Mr. Ed was a classic TV series whose concept was derived from a series of shorts penned by author Walter R. Brooks. The show also heavily borrowed from the Francis the Talking Mule films, which were popular throughout the 50s. A horse named Bamboo Harvester played Mr. Ed, and the voice of Mr. Ed was provided by Allan Lane. These leads were joined on screen by a fairly incredible cast. Join Facts First as we take a moment to pay our respect to the Mr. Ed cast members who are sadly no longer with us. Allan Lane. Born Harry Leonard Albershart on the 22nd of September, 1909, Allan was an actor who appeared in dozens of B movies in the 40s and 50s. He was also frequently cast as a leading man in numerous big studio productions. He got his start in Hollywood in 1929, and throughout his career, he appeared in more than 125 films and TV shows. Lane was arguably best known for his portrayal of Western hero Red Ryder and for voicing Mr. Ed. Interestingly, Lane was never credited on screen for his voiceover work. Lane died of cancer in California in 1973 at age 64. In 2003, he won the TV Land Award posthumously in the category of Favorite Pet-Human Relationship for his role as Mr. Ed. Alan Young. TV Guide once called Young the Charlie Chaplin of television. The British-Canadian actor, comedian, radio host, and TV host was active in the entertainment industry for the majority of his life. He was born in 1919 in Northumberland, England. When he was a toddler, his family moved to West Vancouver in Canada. From an early age, he was immersed in show business as his father was a tap dancer and mother a singer. As a child, Young became bedridden due to severe asthma. This is when he came to love radio. While in high school, Young already had his own comedy series on the CBC radio network. After graduating, he served in the Royal Canadian Navy in World War II. He ended up leaving the service early, however, after learning he'd be spending all his time writing for a Navy show. After resigning his Navy commission, Young moved to Toronto, where he continued his radio career. It was there he was discovered by an American talent agent who carted him back to New York City to appear in an American radio program in 1944. He went on to appear in dozens of radio programs, feature films, and TV shows. His most noteworthy role was that of Wilbur Post on Mr. Ed. He also voiced Scrooge McDuck for more than 30 years, beginning with 1983's Academy Award-nominated short Mickey's Christmas Carol. In the 40s and 50s, Young starred in his own variety sketch comedy shows The Allan Young Show on radio and TV. He won 2 Emmy Awards for his work in 1951. In 1960, he appeared in the MGM film adaptation of H.G. Wells's The Time Machine. From the 80s onward, Young did a ton of voiceover and acting work for Walt Disney. Young never officially retired, although he spent his later years at the Motion Picture and Television Country House and Hospital in Woodland Hills, California. It was there that he died of natural causes at age 96 on May 19, 2016. Connie Hines. Hines was best known for playing Allan Young's wife, Carol Post. She was born in 1931 in Dedham, Massachusetts. Her mother was an actress and her father a teacher and acting coach. As a child, she appeared in several of her dad's stock theater productions. After her father's passing, Hines got married to an insurance agent and relocated to Jacksonville, Florida. It was in the Sunshine State that Hines found work as a model and actress. She joined a theater company in Miami and had her own programs on Jacksonville's WMBR-TV. After getting divorced, she went to New York City to study with the Helen Hayes Equity Group. She then moved to Hollywood, where she began acting in the syndicated TV series Whirlybirds. She appeared in her first film role in 1960 in Thunder in Carolina. Hines made numerous guest appearances in shows like M Squad, Sea Hunt, Johnny Ringo, and Perry Mason before landing the role of Carol Post on Mr. Ed, and was later quoted as calling it a tough chore. She hated how the majority of episodes centered around Wilbur and Mr. Ed instead of her. Even so, she stuck with the show until its end in 1965. She spent the remainder of her life largely out of the spotlight, though she did appear in the 2-person play Love Letter alongside former Mr. Ed co-star Allan Young in 1996. She died of heart problems on December 18, 2009 at her Beverly Hills home. She was 78. Bamboo Harvester. Foaled in 1949, Bamboo Harvester was an American saddlebred Arabian horse famous for playing Mr. Ed. He was trained by Will Rogers' protege, Les Hilton. In 1968, 2 years after Mr. Ed was canceled, Bamboo began suffering from a variety of age-related maladies, including arthritis and kidney problems. He ended up getting euthanized at age 21 in 1970. Another Palomino horse named Pumpkin was brought in for still shots used in press kits and for the occasional live appearance. Pumpkin lived until 1979. Following Bamboo Harvester's death, Pumpkin was unofficially known as Mr. Ed. Larry Keating. For the first 3 seasons of Mr. Ed, Larry Keating played Wilbur's next-door neighbor, Roger Edison. Previously, he played Harry Morton on The George Burns and Gracie Allen Show from 1953 to 58. Keating would likely have stuck with Mr. Ed until the end if it wasn't for the fact that he passed away in 1963. He was diagnosed with leukemia during the 3rd season. Despite that, he showed up to continue working when the 4th season began filming. He filmed 3 season 4 episodes and worked until the week of his passing on August 26, 1963. Edna Skinner. Skinner played Larry Keating's wife, Kay Addison. After Keating passed away, Skinner's character was replaced. At first, the writers were going to have her be a widow, but ultimately they decided to bring in another married couple instead. Skinner was born May 23, 1921. She grew up in Fulton, New York, where she got her start acting in local theater productions. She remained active in the entertainment industry from 1948 to 64 when she retired from acting for good. She was known for being a considerable authority on fly fishing. She died of heart failure in Bend, Oregon on August 8, 2003 at age 82. Leon Ames. After Keating died and Skinner was shown the door, the producers brought in Leon Ames and Florence MacMichael to play the couple Gordon and Winnie Kirkwood. Ames was a veteran actor born in 1902 and got his start acting in 1931. He's best remembered for portraying father figures in films like Meet Me in St. Louis, Little Women, On Moonlight Bay, and By the Light of the Silvery Moon. In February of 1964, Ames and his wife were taken hostage in their own home when an intruder demanded they cough up $50,000 before he'd free them. Ames ended up calling one of his business partners to arrange for the delivery of the money. After the kidnapper inspected the cash, he left Mr. Ames in the house bound in duct tape. He then instructed Mrs. Ames to drive him away. Before leaving, the criminal stuffed Ames's business partner and another house guest into the trunk of their vehicle. Eventually, cops were able to surround the car, arrest the kidnapper, and free the hostages. Ames died of a stroke in Laguna Beach, California in 1993. He was 91. Florence MacMichael. MacMichael was a stage, film, and TV actress best known for playing Mr. Ed's Winnie Kirkland. She was born in Hagerstown, Maryland, and studied acting at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York City. She got her start doing local radio and theater shows before working her way up to Broadway. She later appeared in films like Women Obsessed, The Horse in the Gray Flannel Suit, and Welcome Home, Soldier Boys. On TV, she appeared on My Three Sons, The Andy Griffith Show, The Twilight Zone, Dennis the Menace, and of course, Mr. Ed. After retiring from acting in the early 70s, MacMichael taught acting classes at the Pasadena Repertory Theater. She passed away of natural causes May 28, 1999 at age 80. Now it's time to hear from you. Were you a fan of Mr. Ed? Who was your favorite character? Let us know in the comments section below.